Coach, just remarkable comeback win. Just take me through the right there in that seventh inning, starting that rally with Reagan getting the hit, the walk, and then obviously Dakota setting the stage with two outs with the walk-off homer.
Well, you just did it. That's exactly what happened. We just feel like we really do feel like if we have an out, we have a chance. And you just like feel in the top of the order, like it was they're just seeing it really well. Obviously, Ray had some really great at bats, but that was such a huge at bat. And then Bryn just keeping her zone and setting it up for Co. And I don't know. It was really amazing to watch. They just kind of, they flipped. It wasn't very good there for a while for us. We didn't look ourselves. We weren't fighting like ourselves, and we had some players really step up and just kind of like rally the troops, get them going. And they turned it. You can almost feel it. I don't know if you could feel it watching it. You could just like feel a difference in them, probably like the fourth, fifth inning. And it just felt like it was a matter of time. And so I'm just proud of them. Proud of the reset, proud of the fight, proud of finding a way. That was a really big win against a really big, really, really good team.
Of course, Timmerman, unbelievable. Kind of a breakout performance for her there. Just talk about what you saw from her, because without her, you don't win this game. She gave you a chance till the offense
I
found
saw
themselves
guts.
late.
Yeah, I saw a ton of guts. Obviously, too, they swing it big. They are very disciplined. It was a tough weekend with everything considering and their discipline. And I mean, she had guts today. She dug in. They had a lot of confidence. They were swinging with a ton of intent. She just really stuck to her spins, trusted her spins through the zone. Um, and went toe to toe with a really, really great offense. So I'm really proud of her. And she just showed a ton of guts today.
Was the plan to go by committee there with Robin going back to back nights? You start McWhorter. Take me through the thought process there, and I guess Timmerman kind of kept it simple for you.
Yeah, Sundays are all hands on deck. You're trying to win a game, but not being short-sighted either. Like we still have some work to do in the big picture and for the long haul. And so it was going to be like, hey, what's the best combo? Let's start with Lil. She needs to be in that moment. And I thought she executed some big time pitches. She needs to be in that moment and then giving the ball to Say, and then, let's see what we get, compete your butt off. And then, we had them lined up. That's what Sunday is. And, yeah, Say made it easy at the end because she was dominant today. She was outstanding.
I'll give way to Christina here for now.
Yeah. Coach, you touched on things kind of changing in the fifth inning. Rothrock had been so good, even just working around walks. But what did you feel like? Was there something that changed at the plate, or was it really just that mindset? And who did you said they kind of rallied the team? Who was it that you felt like stepped up to do that?
Well, I heard Ella McDowell a ton in the circle. They're just kind of like, let's go. I'll keep it PG. We kind of like to go at each other a little bit and like really, dig in. Let's start fighting. She had some big moments in the circle, and it wasn't her day, and that's going to happen. But you know what? She pumped her teammates up, and yeah, we didn't even have a hit until Kennedy Miller. So our 8 hole, second time through the order, it just wasn't us. And so it was more so of like, hey, let's flip this, for them to have the ability to just have that reset when you're coming off yesterday, didn't have a great feel, you're getting into it today, and it's just like, oh, okay, are we gonna like get out of this funk? And it was a collective. It was a collective effort. Everybody in our circle, we say, it took everybody in our circle today, because sometimes you just need a little extra kick in the butt, and then their teammates provided it for them. It was pretty awesome.
What did you see from Carly in that at bat when she had the home run that kind of started the scoring?
I saw her locked in. I saw her put a really good swing on a pitch she was hunting, and I think that was the big thing is seeing in Kennedy is like we were getting pitches that we wanted and we just weren't going for it, and that's just hasn't been who we are. And so I think that's what we saw in Kennedy. We saw that in KD. and it was big. We obviously needed it, but it was just a really big moment for her too, just to kind of get that momentum back in our dugout.
You had a couple of clutch defensive plays with Dakota's diving catch and then the double play in the seventh. But just overall, what did you see from your defense today, including those plays?
I saw composure. Our weekend was far from perfect in a lot of ways in every facet, and also it was really gritty in every facet. And so I saw us make really big plays when we really needed to. That diving catch was awesome. That the throw from Ken on the strikeout to throw out Thomas, and Tal coming through and getting it and applying the tag and all those things. It was, I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what really spurred us to really finish it, a big play like that when they're in the heart of the order. And that they Shoemaker and Erickson, I mean, they were hard for us to put away. I mean, throughout, they're a really great offensive team, but Shoemaker and Erickson are two of the best. And when you're in that meet and then you get the double play, it's momentum changing. And it was huge for us.
You've talked a lot about the fight that your team showed even last night, and then also today. But what do you learn about your team in games like this when you have a comeback that you can kind of take through the rest of the season?
Well, we keep finding different ways to win. And I think that's the thing. We're still our character's still coming out. It's still developing who we're about. We're not there yet. We're not our best version yet. And we're still working towards that. So today, the fact that we reset in the way that we did, it was incredibly impressive to me. It was poised, it was seasoned. It was sometimes you can just fall down that hole of like circumstance and just kind of let things happen to you. And they grabbed the reins back and didn't want it to go that way, and just fought for a different approach, fought for a different process, and then we got the outcome that we fought for. But we're still figuring ourselves out, and I think that we've shown a lot of fight in different ways through this small SEC portion of the season. That was a really big big series to win, and it's not always pretty. You just got to gut it out and find a way.
Eric, you got anything else?
Yeah.
One.
Was there anything that was said prior to that fifth inning, or was it? I'm just trying to figure out the personality. Was somebody said something when you were down for nothing to change the momentum, or was it just that fifth inning that just changed the dugout, the vibes? What?
I think there was a lot of different buttons we were trying to push. And I at the end of the day, just like any team, they're going to push each other's buttons better. Like we can try to get on them, but it's got to come from within. And I don't know, when those circles start getting a little more fiery, I let them have their space. They can say what they need. They can do what they need. And so they were getting after it, not, just in a motivating way. And so I don't know what was said. I don't want to know what was said. That's their space. And it worked today. They just they dug in and found a way together.
Reagan, thank you. One more, last one. I just want to mention Reagan Johnson because she starts it, and that's very fitting. She goes under the radar. She breaks the school record for hits. Very fitting that she started this rally in the seventh inning. What has she meant for this program to have that career accomplishment now as the hits queen? And no surprise, she started this comeback.
Yeah, I mean, she's exceptional in everything that she does, and so I've been fortunate enough. I've gotten to talk about her a lot because it's been looming, and it's been really cool that it's a when, not an if. And that's the nice thing, is like, we know she's going to break it. It's not if she breaks it. We know she's going to. And it's so fitting because she's been so consistent for us from day one. She's so consistent. She's so steady. She just has a strong belief in herself, but she also is just a huge leader for us. She has a strong belief in her teammates. She pours into them, and it's awesome. I have chills talking about it. It's awesome that she got it. It's awesome that she got it from Hannah McEwen, who was such a similar kind of player. Like, their biggest attributes was their consistency. And I think that is one of the biggest thing that you could be in life, let alone as an athlete, and as the way you train, the way you approach things, the way you treat people, the way you do the right things. Like, she she's so good at everything. And so I love it. I love it. And I love Hannah talking about Ray, and just they've both meant so much to our program, and you know, I could go on and on. I just adore them. I adore them. I love them.